Well, hello. Yorick has made a return appearance. Candlesticks here. I've got candles there. I'll move the candlesticks out of the way. Okay. I thought, full moon, I would do a super spooky special. So, hello, human genetic. Hi, Greta. So I thought I'd do a spooky special. Cartomancy, hi. Who else is there? Gma5, hi. It's 11 p.m. at night here. I wanted to go and watch the partial eclipse. I would have got most of it cut off actually, but I forgot to check the time. And afterwards, I learned we could see it best between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. No, 6:58 and 8:03. So between 7 and 8 o'clock, would have seen it fantastically here. But I forgot to check the time, and at the time the eclipse was happening, James and I were in the front room watching wonderful series from the 90s called From the Earth to the Moon. And I'm like, oh my God, I've missed the eclipse. There's a full lunar eclipse down here next year. I'll turn this one off. And so I'm going to make double sure I get that one. And yeah, so I'm going to have a good clean out because I've got stuff everywhere. So I've got some candles lit here in the background. And Yorick. Hi, Yorick. You, Adrian. Hi, Harley Girl. Hi, Cartomancy. Sherry French. Hello. So what I thought I'd open up with having a look at a couple of the most haunted places in Perth, here in Western Australia. Okay. But has anybody got somewhere, not private houses where you live or somewhere, but some building or hall or theatre that they'd like me to look at? Because I'm going to take us into midnight my time, possibly through to 1 o'clock my time. Maybe that would be midnight in the east coast of US. So hi, Flora. You're joining us for a bit of a spooky late night. Yeah, so is there someplace in Jefferson, Texas you want me to look at, human generic? So so I've got written down here Woodman Point Quarantine Station here in Perth, and then the Montgomery Hall at Mount Claremont. So I'll tell you just a wee little bit about each of those before I address them. And I thought we'd have a good look to do. I've done some prayers and I've asked for some extra protection, and I've very carefully chosen some decks to use. So I thought I wasn't going to do it. And then I said to James a bit earlier, I might do a live tonight, full moon and all that, but we'll do a super spooky full moon one. What about the theatre where Abraham Lincoln was killed? That is the Ford Theatre, isn't it? That's the Ford Theatre in, where is it? Hi, Estelle Harrington. All ghostly, spooky stuff tonight. No politics, no Trump, none of that. All just having a bit of fun with some spooky stuff. So I know it's the Ford Theatre. Where is it? I suppose I can look it up on my phone. But if somebody could tell me where it is, that would save me having to do that. So I need the town where it is. Hi, Jane the Seeker. Hello, how are you? I'm doing, I've not seen you before. Welcome, for one thing. I do 3 live streams every week with political stuff and everything, but I like to occasionally do something different. So I do pet specials, and I'm doing an off-the-cuff spooky special. Haven't gotten around to putting up the Halloween live I did back up. So this is, yeah, I thought this would be fun to do. So where's this theatre? The Ford Theatre. What town is it in? Yeah. Hi, Pam Pierce. How are you? Haven't seen you for a little while. You love it when I do spooky. That's cool. It's in Washington, D.C., is it? It is, isn't it? Yes. So it's the Ford Theatre. So Ford Theatre, Washington, D.C. That's all I need for now. D.C. Abe Lincoln assassinated there. Okay. Anyone else got somewhere they want me to look at? I've got my very potent witch's brew in my very special little, I haven't used this in years. It was a gift from hubby. It is a Royal Albert Roses mug. I love it. And my very special witch's brew is iced coffee. It doesn't have to be a famous place, as long as it's not a private residence or somewhere where you're in. You know, it can be somewhere like I've read on theatres in small towns that I've never heard of before and don't know what it's all about, but it's pretty notorious in that town. So if you've got a place in mind. Oh, they extracted a molar. Ooh, nasty. It is lovely, isn't it? I was looking for a mug and I spotted that one. I'm like, oh, I'll use that one. So with all the spooky stuff, I've got the lovely roses mug. I know some people, I've looked in the past at places some people have lived in the past, but, you know, they're private residences. An old farmhouse on Route 2 in New Maine, across from the Indian Burial Ground. An old farmhouse. I'll see what I can find. Route 2 in Newry, Maine. Is it a private residence or is it abandoned? If people are living there. Hi, Em. Well, you're well past midnight over there. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. What are you doing up so early? Over in Melbourne, have you been watching it on the evening of April 14th, 1865? Yeah, I've got that. I knew who did it, John Wilkes Booth. Yeah. So how about the Vatican? Oh, have a look at the Vatican. Wow, the Vatican. That's a good one. So I think we've got enough for now, okay? So we might make a start. And so I'm going to share the screen. I know. And here's the map. So I've done this a couple of times now, so everyone's getting a bit used to it. And we'll put me in the corner. Yeah, that's me in the corner. I won't sing anymore there. So it's used to belong. I'll have a think about that one. Hi, Cat. Oh, hi, Melinda. So the place I'm looking at is here. This is Sailing Club next to it, but it's right in the middle. So we're going to zoom in a bit. And here we are. So this is the Woodman Point quarantine station. Let's see if there's some pictures. It's also a recreation camp. Any pictures? So it is a recreation camp now. So it's like, this is one of the buildings. It's got all new stuff around it, but it's got quite some old buildings as well. So the buildings are still used, but there's some new stuff. Here's the original old stuff here. So a little bit about the Woodman Point quarantine station. It was opened in 1886 and ran till 1976. Okay. In 1901, it was used to house victims of the bubonic plague, and over its 90-year history, over 300 people died of disease, not necessarily all the plague, but diseases. So we'll have a look at a couple more images. Oh, look at that tree. That's a spooky looking thing. So there's the recreational bit. But here's some of the older buildings as well. So they're still using a lot of the buildings and stuff. Dining hall. Car park. Wow. So you've got this lovely big thing there right in the middle of all this historic building. Ooh, even the drive to it looks spooky, doesn't it? So here it is. So we'll leave the picture up. So I'm going to ask my guides of the highest truth and compassion to please help me read about the Woodman Point quarantine station. It's spiritual energy. I've got a little crystal thing here. It's a clear crystal, and put that on too. So provide a little bit of extra protection. Hi, Jane. So oh, this flew out of the deck. I mean, it literally flew out of the deck. Okay, so we'll come back up here. Yeah, we'll come back up here. Okay, this card flew out of the deck. It I started shuffling and it flew out and it hit this little thing. That was the little clang you might have heard. So, and this card is the Five of Cups. Unsurprisingly, it's coastal, and this person is waving away boat or something. Now, this is the Ghost Tarot by Los Scarabeo. And the Five of Cups, of course, there's a ghost in the boat and they're heading towards the light. Unsurprisingly, loss. I just think it's a real deep feeling of loss that you would feel there in certain parts. Most people were cremated there, but there are some burials. So it's just really interesting that it just flew out and hit, because I heard this clunk against it and it hit this little metal bottle. So really, and it's the Five of Cups, loss. Oh, well, another one flipped open. It didn't fly out, but it flipped. Two of Wands. Of course, most places, especially around the turn of the century when bubonic plague became a problem, they had quarantine stations and all that. So it was a strategy that was used and planned, and it was a global problem as well. And people were there from all over the world. Just got to bring this here. So I'll be holding cards on a bit of an angle, okay? And it's just, this is the two of Wands. So there was, being kept there for a reason, and they knew it, but I feel like this person might be an administrator. The energy I'm feeling here might be an administrator, someone who was in charge of the overall thing, of the overall operations and strategies and running the place. And he had to keep the bigger view in mind. I'm going to do like 5 cards on each. There's not going to be anything special about each position, but just 5 cards on each thing that we're going to look at. Okay. Can I please pull on the tree? Which one? The one that was in the photos? That one that a bit spooky? It's one of the first images. A minute. Go here. Seems strange that it's still there. Not that one. Yeah, here it is. This dude. Do you want me to read on that one? I can. Yeah, but so we're talking about I'll do a couple of cards on that tree. It is a scary looking tree, isn't it? Sort of jumped out a bit when I first saw it, but we're still on the station here. Okay, this one came out reversed. It's the 9 of Swords reversed, and it's like so this is the 9 of Swords and it came out reversed. So the 9 of Swords is about anxiety and nightmares, and I do feel like people, and reversed, it's like even compounded worse. So I do feel like some people, especially sensitive people, might, after they leave, even have a little bit of trouble sleeping or feel like a sense of anxiety that they wouldn't normally feel. Um, and it's interesting. It wouldn't surprise me if at some point people with tuberculosis might have been there as well, because I get the impression here with the swords going into her chest that trouble breathing. So some people might feel it's hard to breathe. I mean, over 300 people died at this place. So, Hi, Viviane. Couple more cards here, and then I'll have a look at the tree. What's on the bottom? So this one was reversed too. We've got the reversed cup of Ace of Cups. So blockage. Again, breathing. I've got some of that cobwebby stuff from my Halloween read all around. So lots of loss, feelings of loss, and I do feel that there's a gentleman that's been seen that was the administrator with the Two of Wands, that he might be seen around the place, in the corner of your eye, or even in some of the former office areas. I do feel in some areas that people feel anxiety, even a little bit of trouble breathing, and again with the Ace of Cups reversed, that's blockage, and also maybe an upwelling of negative emotion. It could be sadness, or in some things it could be something a little bit darker. Some people might feel that. One more card on the place itself, and also with the Nine of Swords, I feel like some people might have trouble sleeping afterwards. We've got the Four of Coins, insecurity. This was a lot of people when they were there, especially when they were put there because of the plague or other things, their future was so uncertain. And I feel some of the things that people might feel would be a real sense of insecurity, of, and some people might feel all of this, or see the administrator. I feel sure the administrator dude is seen. This is the four of cups here in the tarot deck. I know it's a bit hard to see, but atmosphere, baby. That reminds me, the windows there remind me very much of a chapel. I'm sure there's a chapel there. Asking for help, like, so it's a place that a lot of very much emotional. Getting drawn back to that reverse Ace of Cups, like sobbing. You might hear some sobbing at times. Yeah, mechanical lungs. Yeah, you could hear, maybe you do hear the sort of noise. I'm feeling like you might hear some sobbing, but you certainly feel something in your chest. Let's look at that tree. Let's look at that tree. Use a different deck here. The Witch's Tarot, I think. Let's look at that tree. It is there's a black bird sitting on top of it. Let's bring it up again and have a look at it. So when I'm doing these spooky specials, I do this because I like to go and look at so anyone who's new, I like to go and look at the area and see any photos there are associated with it of the place I'm reading on. Zoom in on it, maybe look at the street view or look at any photos associated with it. And yeah, I know the first thing I said when I saw that, oh, that is a creepy looking tree. And it is a creepy looking tree. Like, ooh. That was bad shuffling on my part. Okay. So I drifted a wee little bit there and make sure I don't. But since they flew out with such force, 4 cards, let's have a look at them. Okay. Because you can hit it, but I hit it and they went flying. So we'll have a look. A star. Point of hope. 7 of Wands. Stand in defense. Boundaries. They couldn't leave that place. It's sort of 2 of Cups. And surprisingly, or shouldn't be, the Hanged Man. What's this? The Hanged Man. I don't think anyone ever hung from this tree. I don't think it's... I'm just going to try and see where it's located within the station. Here it is. Yeah, that's definitely it. Let's get in a bit closer. Yeah, that's it there. Whew. It's even creepier looking at it from this way. It's like... No. Anyway, so I found the tree sort of in that center quadrant there, isn't it? I feel like because it's sort of in the center of a lot of these buildings, it might have been a meeting place because we've got the 2 of Cups of people meeting. And we've got the star. where people had their hopes and dreams. It's a very creepy looking tree. It's like, I think it may have, you know, this with the stone tape fairy, it may have absorbed a lot of the people and their sadness that they may never see their hopes and dreams. And you know, it's so strange with the hangman here. We've got the crow sitting there. Remember, we saw the blackbird sitting on top of that tree in the images. A lot of these people would have been taken away from their family and friends and not known that they'd never see them again. But they knew it was better to do that than to stay where they were. They had to be isolated or others would get sick. So could definitely be like a sacrificial feeling about the tree. But I do feel like it was a gathering point too. I'm looking at the Seven of Wands here, and it feels like maybe fighting, struggling to survive. It's sort of all the other trees around us in this compound are pretty healthy and happy, but this thing's just barely hanging in there, and it feels like it's struggling to survive. So I think it's sort of absorbed a lot of those feelings, a lot of the frustrations and everything. People, you know, and their hopes, and they really didn't have very many hopes, did they, of curing the plague or with tuberculosis, which I'm not sure if they would have sent them there later, but often they were sent to hospitals. But you know, I'd have to look into more whether there were any tuberculosis patients put there. But it's like this was their last hope. Mm. What's a place of evil deeds? You just drove across the US. Oh, and you spoke to many trees and rocks. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Hi, Judy Malley. Hi, Ewart. You're doing all spooky stuff. Hi, Estelle. Is it the pump? Build back better past. Oh, good. That's nice. That's good. Yeah, I mean, they are living entities, and the rocks absorb energies as well. What you were talking about on that tree. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the next place on the list for Perth. Hi, Cartomancy. Hi, Anne Rudd. I'm really glad that people are joining me for this. I mean, it's getting pretty late. So it is Montgomery Hall, Mount Claremont. Now, I didn't look up too much. I just looked up the basic facts about this place. So, Aegis Montgomery House. It's dining hall. Okay. Let's look at some photos. See. Beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it? So that was bizarre. That's I mean, look at that. It's like, don't look at me. Don't look at me. Look at that. That's, oh, you can't see it. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I'm thinking, oh, okay. It is a beautiful place. But it's like, yeah, it's got 360 views, so it's a bit like when you change it, it's like, oh, it flips around. So it's a bit freaky. It was freaking me out for a bit there. So there it is, all set up. Now we'll have a couple more looks. Go through a couple of these photos, see if we can get a look at the outside of it. Obviously, they've converted it into some self-contained things. Let's have a look down here. So they've got a lot on the inside there, but what we're looking at mainly is this place. It's called Montgomery Hall, and it was the dining hall for the Mount Claremont Hospital for the Insane, which operated from 1904 to 1984. And a lot of the people there weren't mentally ill, but they were suffering from syphilis, which can lead you to madness. But kidney disease was apparently one thing that they didn't have a good grasp on. And I suppose it could lead down to an element of madness, you know. Yeah, it's just so stunningly beautiful, but very, oh, yeah, that's a stage, isn't it? Ooh. Ooh. This here, look, that's behind the curtain there. Oh, I got chills. Ooh. Oh, I got chills looking at that. Oh, that is. Ooh. I just was looking at it and like, oh, I couldn't figure out what it is, but chills, 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 chills. Let's have a little bit of a look here. I love these shots where, look, there's some stairs going down to a thing. So it's a 360 view. And have a look behind the curtain there. So that's the stage. And this is one of the wings. Oh, it gave me chills. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this door here. I got someone walking through it. Like you might see a shadow of someone walking through it, a shadow person or something. It is beautiful, but just, oh, I'm getting it again. Whoa, what's going on in that area? Let's have a look. Oh, it's making me chilly. Oh, hi, Debbie Ferguson. How are you? Oh, I hope you're. Family, 10 of Pentacles. Is that on reverse? There's reversals in here. The Hermit, isolation. Somebody pushed into, isolated from everybody else. I definitely think there was an assault of some sort. Yeah. I've got the Hermit and it's reversed, like forced isolation. Oh, thank you, Debbie. That is really appreciated. Thank you so much. And the Moon. Oh, I do feel this incident, whatever it was covered up. It wasn't reported and it was covered up, of course. I do think it was quite a long time ago. As was the want back in the day, there were a lot of people who were really abused. I've got the Death card here reversed. Death card reversed. I've gone and got blank. That happens sometimes. Yeah, hope destroyed. Stagnation and inertia and just yeah, definitely. Inertia suddenly hit me. Why? You know, I was just reading, hope destroyed, stagnation. And I thought, oh yeah, hope destroyed, that makes sense. But I really wasn't getting anything. And then I hit on inertia and it's like the person could not move. Like they were frozen. So you might, if you're standing in this area here, you might feel like you're frozen and unable to move. Yeah. It is a sad place. I mean, it was part of a hospital for the insane, Back here. Noise. Lots of noise, lots of chattering. You might sort of, if you're not in there, but I just got the feeling like someone's rushed up to you to sort of crowd you in. If that makes sense. Rashes is generally one of the side effects. If it doesn't clear up in a certain time, go and see your doctor. And yes, and if it's severe even, you're feeling nauseous. Yeah. No, it's like, no, I got the feeling of someone rushing up and crowding into you. But the room itself, there's a bit of a sense of sadness, but generally it's just people gathered there to eat and talk, and so busy. And they were in there to go and eat, and basically it was for them beautiful. It was very utilitarian, and it was there where they would go and they would eat and all that. But yeah, oh, finally got a shot of the exterior of the place. Let's have a look. Ooh. Oh, every it's like grr. Yeah. Yes, I asked for extra protection. Definitely. Ground. Yeah, I have a little carpet under my feet now. It's a little one I used to put cards on, but down under my feet. And it's like, it feels like very safe and grounding. I don't want to put my feet on the cold tile. It feels like, ugh. But if I have it on the carpet, it feels very comforting and secure. So, yeah. You're hugging a tree at your feet. So very, very interesting place. And it's in Perth. Somebody asked for the Thorpe Theatre in Washington, D.C. So we will go back out here. We will go back up to here. So I'll bring out the tab. Oh. See, I had heard of the quarantine station before now, but I hadn't heard of this place. And I hadn't even really heard about what the quarantine station was all about. So I knew about it, but that's about all. I knew it existed, but I didn't know much about it. So I sort of went in cold on both of these places. But rest assured, I did do some prayers and ask for protection and things like that. So yeah, I didn't go into this without any preparation. Okay. Okay, I take it this is the booth where Lincoln was assassinated. I got chills when I was moving the mouse over there, like, whoo. It's almost too easy to see Abraham and Mary Todd Lincoln sitting there, and it's like this guy's looking there. It's like, I think maybe sometimes an actor might look up there or glance up there or get slightly see something up here out of the corner of their eye. But because this is such a famous venue and stuff, it can be pretty easy to imagine. I don't know why we didn't go and visit it when we were in Washington. I had no idea it was in Washington. Otherwise, I probably would have dragged James's ass to this place. And we will get back there. I'm going to drag James's ass to this place. He jumped down and he broke his leg. Snap. Or ankle or something. Snap, snap, snap. Yeah. Oh, it's like, screaming and yelling. I got, grass brush, dizzy. Yeah, I know he died across the street. I know that too. We'll have a look at that place too, where he died. But wow, I mean, it could just be the angle of the photo, but it is like vertigo. But I feel it's more than just the angle this photo was taken from. It's like, it's like, to me, I can see people walking up to the box. I think people are so enamored of the box where, you know, the shooting took place. But to me, you're more likely to see Mary Todd Lincoln, especially walking up those stairs. I just feel like that. 5 of Swords, yeah. Weeping, crying, coming from the stairs. I've just got this picture of her being escorted down, and but also people weeping and crying and something. It could be from around this area too. I mean, it was, yeah, this is the 5 of Swords. Everything changed in an instant. It's got a butterfly on it, this card, so I'll just, everything, this is from the Witch's Tarot. The butterfly or the moth, it's a moth. It's not a butterfly, it's a moth, isn't it? Like a moth to a flame. I think people often feel drawn to it, to the staircase, and they're not sure why. I was thinking that's a butterfly, and then I realized, no, it's a moth. It's a moth. I'm really drawn to it. I don't even want to move off the photo, even though there's a beautiful statue of Abe Lincoln underneath. I keep getting drawn back to it. So, yeah, really, really interesting. Oh, I just got a wave of kindness. A wave of kindness from this bus. It's like comfort and kindness, like feeling like everything will be okay. Don't you worry none now, or whatever. You know, that's just I got that. You know, when I do that, it's like feel like I've got to breathe in some air, and definitely people see him up there, Lincoln. But also, I think, you know, he jumped onto the stage, Booth did, didn't he? And it's like, I just feel like if you're over in this area, you hear a crack, like not a thump of someone hitting the stage, but no, that's not quite it. That's a stapler that I was using to make that noise. Like a snapping noise. Yeah, like a bone breaking sort of thing. At least that's what I'm getting going through my head, is a snap, crack. Yeah, I'm definitely with that staircase. I want to go back and look at it again, even though it freaked me out the first time I saw it. I want to go back and look at it again. So here we are back at they're watching a play there. You know, even though the focus should be here, you get drawn. You just get drawn to that. I wonder, and they would never do it. Of course, they would never do it. If they removed the flags and the drapery and the picture, and someone did not know what this place was, if it would be as obvious, if as many people would see something, you know. I think there is a strong power of suggestion there too, but I do think some people genuinely see people. That Booth got away? No, my understanding is he jumped off, he landed on the stage, he broke his leg, and he, you know, got caught. Did Booth get away? No. John Wilkes Booth, did he get away? No. But we'll have a look. We've got 2 9s here, 9 of Cups, which is a yes card, and the 9 of Swords, which reverse, which I suppose would be a yes card. But no, I think a lot of people would like to believe he got away, but Ace of Cups reversed, blocked. Yeah. I wonder if there's somewhere backstage where people feel like they sort of feel a bit of resistance in going past that spot. be really interesting to have a think about. What's the thing with 2 9s there? Where's that book? Is there anything with 2 9s? This is my little book, you know, the combinations of the numbers of cards and all that. This is the book I look at for that, because I remember a lot, but there's so much I can't remember anymore. 2 legal documents and contracts. No, I don't think he did get away at all. But there might be a place where it's like, sort of like, it could even be the spot where they actually caught him, because from my understanding, it was the actors on stage who actually caught him and stopped him, and maybe where they caught him, it's like, you feel a bit hard to get moving in that spot. You're not stuck there, but it's like a little bit of distance. So the house across the street where he died, the Peterson house, is that the one? Yes, it's the Peterson house, isn't it? Peterson house. I'm getting crying, sobbing. Shock. Complete shock. I'm just crying. Almost uncontrollable sobbing as the oh my goodness. So go back here. Here's the Peterson house. So I was saying, you know, sobbing, and a sense of shock. It's like if you're standing and you're going to open the door, you might, just a shock, a feeling of shock. But I was looking at this here, and it's like, here it is. It's all this area, just people gathering and crying, and it wasn't. Yeah, it was across the street, and it's. The US government bought the house in 1869. Oh, sadness. I want to cry. I can do no more. I can't hang on anymore. I can do no more. It's just like that's like a sense of unease and a sense of gloom in this place, in this room. Pacing. No, back to I can do no more. Why do I get the feeling like why do that phrase just passes through my head? I don't think he ever said it or anything, but I just keep going. I can do no more. Why do I get that? The Six of Swords. No. Yeah, no. The victory. A hollow victory. This is the Six of Swords and it's reversed. It's like it's a hollow victory. My understanding is that basically the Civil War had pretty much come to an end. And it was a few days after that. And it was all, it just felt like a hollow victory. Page of Swords. Disappointment. And the Knight of Swords. I don't know much about how quickly he died. On the bottom of this is like the Ace of Cups with overflowing emotion, like the sobbing and all that. But the Page of Swords. I still want to know why I'm getting that phrase going through my head. I can do no more. Oh, that's interesting. Dragonflies. This is the Six of Wands. I'll bring that up. I can do no more. It's like a sort of solidified. Like now, I turn it the other way up. So this is the Six of Wands in this deck. Which way can you see it? This way is the best way. Okay. And it's like I brought America through this troubled time and I can do no more. So I'll sort of head towards, head over the river Styx or something. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Lots of feeling of anxiety in this room and a sense of foreboding and gloom I think a lot of people get when they're in this room. There's the thing again. Yeah, so that's the Peterson house where he died. Yeah, this room, I just doom and feeling of pacing. and people sitting there and just foreboding. And there's some despair as well. Do you think Lincoln jumped off? What? Just Hi, Melissa Miller. Anyway, so so this farmhouse, I think I may have looked at it previously. Let's see. Route to Newry Lane. Davis Road. I think I've actually, no, Andrew Goskin River. It's a very, very creepy. Stony Brook Recreation. With the I didn't get a sense of relief or anything, but I did get a sense of resignation as well. I can do no more, you know. The Eddy School. It's the Eddy School. Boy, that's an interesting building. Bright red. It's sort of like very odd. Ed, that's Bear River. Who asked me about the house, the down? Going back almost to the top. Yeah, it's still Harrington. The big white farmhouse, you had it. Yeah, this one. This one here. Is that it? Yeah, here. Pike Industries is there now by the looks of it. Is that it? Or yeah, this one here. So it's occupied by a business now. Opposite side of the road. Is that it? I feel a very nice sense of peace if that's the place. It's in Maine. No, that's not it. Okay. Well, look, I think we'll move on. Is it near the school there, is it? It's a big white house. You said I had it. Big white house with barns next to it. So I'll have one more go. Is this it? Yeah, no, I think we'll move on from it. That's it. So it's occupied intermediately. Every now and then. Oh. Oh, and opposite is supposed to be a burial ground. It's a beautiful house. I mean, you must have some reason for asking about it, but overbe. I got like a pool there when I'm looking, like a pool. It's really interesting, sort of. I very much get physical reactions sometimes, don't I? You know, you're seeing things as I'm experiencing them. It's quite interesting. Pool. It happens at the house or across the road, because I really don't feel much at the house, just like a sense of nice, but sort of, but occasionally music's heard or something. I don't know about chanting, but no, not chanting, but like it's sort of like there's a pool to the area across the road. What's that bloody truck doing there? Get out of the way. Like here. Wow, people have been physically attacked there. Is it occupied at the moment? Do you know? Oh, sort of, I want to steer clear of the house. Like I get a feeling like I want to steer, not because it could be occupied, but just like, oh, it's sort of, don't want to go in there. Yeah. Yeah. I want to have a look at this barn, but this place, this old barn. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah, I'm a bit reluctant to look into that house, but this barn, it's like that was drawing my eye, and it's like empty and creepy, and I wouldn't want to be in that barn at night. Look, if you know the owners at all and get some, and they say, look, it's okay, you can get someone to read on the house on, I'll do a reading there. Yeah, his mother was raised there. Yeah. So your mother-in-law was raised there. Is it still in the family? What is this barn? Why? What is this about this barn? Uncontrolled emotion. King of Cups reversed. Well, like not calm at all. Like totally out of control emotion. Young persons. Yeah. Jealousy. I've got the Two of Cups reversed. Jealousy. I'm getting jealousy. And the Seven of Swords. I did it and I got away with it. Seven of Swords. I did it and I got away with it. Like uncontrolled emotion in a young person and jealousy. And I did it and I got away with it. Wow. No, I feel like it's something that may have taken place in or near that barn. I don't know how old it is, but yeah. I don't know. Do you know of any incident that might have been around that barn, Estelle? It's old. It is old, yeah. Okay. Bye, Gmail5. No, you don't. Oh. Oh, that's a dump. Yeah. Gravel dump, yeah. Yeah. Hi, Renee Rogers. I just looked at a barn next to an old barn next to this house here. The house is a private dwelling, even though it's not always occupied, so I didn't really want to look at that, but I was really drawn to that barn, so very interesting. I mean, maybe nothing happened there, it could be, but I feel like it's definitely something took place there. Okay, somebody said, look at the Vatican. Been to the Vatican. I went on a tour through it. But at that time, I hadn't even started on this journey. Very interesting place. be interesting to go through it now. So we've got the Vatican City. Seen the Sistine Chapel. Gorgeous, but really tiny. I was so surprised with how small it was, the Sistine Chapel. And yeah, so here it is here. I was surprised because it was so tiny. Here it is. It looks huge. Sorry, I forgot to bring you guys back in on it. It looks huge, but it's actually very, very small. Beautiful, but absolutely beautiful. I mean, it looks stunning there. But the problem is, of course, when you go in and see it, we're part of a tour group, and there were like 100 people packed into this place, and it's not that big, you know. And yeah, and they were like, you can't take photos, you can't take photos. Yeah, okay. And I was watching something today, and it mentioned Michelangelo and him painting and how he got paint all over himself, and something about the paint. And the fact is that, gorgeous as you said, he wasn't really a painter, he was a sculptor. You want to hear a joke about the Sistine Chapel? So anyway, here's my joke about the Sistine Chapel. Bring this up side by side for now. There we go. So here I am. Yeah. My joke about the Sistine Chapel. So Pope Julius, he calls up Michelangelo. He goes, Nick, I've got a job for you. Okay, so in goes Michelangelo, and yeah, okay, and he spends the next 3 years of his life painting this glorious thing. And at the end of it, he's ready for Pope Julius to come in, and he goes, Julie, come and see what I've done. You know, short for Julius. So Pope Julius walks in, and he has a look around, and he goes, frankly, Mick, for what I paid, I would have expected a second coat. I love it. It's one of my favourite jokes. Because he only did the one coat, of course. So that is my joke about the Sistine Chapel. You're laughing your ass off. Anyway, so that's the Sistine Chapel. Because there's so many parts. The Vatican, of course, it's like there's the whole city around it. It's the smallest country in the world. The dome. Oh my God, how amazing is this church? We would have liked a little bit more time in it to look around. It is just amazing. You know. So let's have a look and see if that is gorgeous. Just gonna have a flick through, and we saw the tomb of Pope John Paul II. Or was it the first? John Paul I. John Paul II was, I think, still alive at that stage. Been in this area. The people who post these, I'm so thankful that people post these photos and stuff. This is creepy, this place. On the tour, you walk past it here. You're not allowed down in there, but you know what? This I think featured in Angels and Demons or something, the movie, and so it's like it was particularly, yeah. Oh my! Getting really drawn to the. At first, I was drawn to this, and then I'm getting drawn right down into here. Oh, creepy, creepy, creepy. Uber Luba vibes. So, is the Vatican haunted? Let's have a look. Hi, Joe G. Yeah, I missed it. I was watching a series from the Earth to the Moon and I missed it. Beautiful. Okay, so is the Vatican haunted? Six of Rods. Yes. By egos. That jumped into my mind. By egos. And it's like, the thing about the Six of Rods or the Six of Wands, it can be someone riding for a fall. And I'll tell you what, the modern day popes compared to the old ones, they're nothing alike. Yes, they have some political savvy and all this, but these dudes from several hundred years ago, they were like the definition of Machiavelli. They didn't really believe in God or any of that stuff. They were there for power and money. And the power, it was like, and they used to have each other knocked off. I think there's at least 6 popes that were killed so that someone could succeed them. The high priestess. Yeah, lots and lots of secrets in this building. Lots and lots of secrets. And you can feel that in the atmosphere. I hadn't opened myself up the way I do now, but even then you could sort of feel it. Very cold down in the crypt area, not because it was cryptic, just an extra sense of coldness. The Four of Cups. It's not about apathy, or the Four of Elixirs here. It's not about apathy in this case. It's about definitely you've got heroin, arsenic, morphine, and cyanide. Poisoning, of course, was definitely a favoured way of dispatching of a pope. There was one female pope. There was. In fact, I'll just got a little note on that. I reckon at least 4 of them were poisoned, and there's at least 4 there. Hang on. There was one female pope. Let's have a look. There's a little bit of history in this one. No, I can't find where I read it, but there was a female pope, yes, and she was dispatched. Is she there? Does she haunt the Vatican? The female pope who was dispatched haunt the Vatican. Five of Blades, defeat. Seven of Cups, confusion. It is very easy to get confused in that place. And 10 of Cups. I'm pretty sure the female pope was dispatched. Pope Joan, yeah. John, yeah. You're the hi, Bonnie Russell. Pope Joan, is she there? Temperance, yeah. I do feel like she is definitely there. I think she might you might feel something brush past you or something and feel a little bit off balance for no reason. Really interesting. I reckon there's at least 4 popes there, and very Machiavellian. Well, and I think Pope Joan could be there, yeah. Now, I've come to the list of things to look at. So anyone got something else to suggest? I think we can look at a couple more places before I wrap it up. Yeah, well, it was like the female pharaoh. A lot of people just deny she was ever there, but she was Hatshepsut or something like that. Yeah. So anyone got a suggestion for me of a place to look at? Try and veer away from private residences. It doesn't have to be a well-known place. But it could be well known to you because you lived there. But I looked at 2 places in Perth earlier, the Woodman Point quarantine station and Montgomery Hall and Mount Claremont. And they're both in Perth. And I had heard of the quarantine station, but I'd never heard of Montgomery Hall. So that was really interesting. So it'll be good if you want to see that, you can go back and have a look. You had the hookup with ETs last night. Okay. So anybody got a suggestion about where we can look? Maybe in a town that you live in? or used to live in, hospital, a building of some sort, a restaurant or a bar. I'm not going to do Bob Mackey's. That place freaks me out. I'm not going anywhere near that. So before what someone suggests I look at Bob Mackey's, no. I have to watch your video then. Was it on video? Did you post it, Melinda? Because I'll watch it. Yeah. Yes, she was killed. Yep. Mm-hmm. How about I do a reading on Mary Magdalene? Let's see what I can get there. Melissa? I'll do a reading on Mary Magdalene. Gabby Ferguson. That would be good, yeah. So do a guide at the highest truth and compassion. Please place a bright light of protection around me as I ask for your help in finding the energy of Mary Magdalene. It's like I got a glimpse behind a door and that was shut. No, it was like a door open for a minute and then it slammed shut, and it got this brief glimpse of, you know, the traditional sort of woman with the cowl or whatever, and then it was like slammed shut. I do have to be cautious and careful because this is very new to me. So I'm very respectful and beautiful light, but it's still got like a shut door, like but what do I get from the light? It's like opening that door, still a bit hard for me, but what energy can I get from this beautiful clear white beautiful light seeping around the door of her. The coffin. Now I'm using the Kipper cards, so please bear with me as I find the book. Okay, I have really got to clean this area out. James and I made a plan earlier today about what has to be done here and everything, so it's very much here's the box. And these are the German Finderschies Kipper cards by Ciro Marchetti. Hi, Marie Sutton. No, Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, yep. So neutral. Inside of a chapel lit through the it's a very kind way of saying, look, you know, apparently it's time to say goodbye now. It's like I'm quite ready. Great fortune. An unexpected income came out before. And here's the unexpected income card again. I'm asking for just cards that read the energy. I'll try a different deck. I'll go back to the oh, that's interesting. I pulled the card off the top because it was upside down. Which card was that? The wealthy man card was upside down on top of it, and I pulled it off, and then it was like a false person. Great fortune, an upside down man, unexpected income, messages. It's like men created a false narrative about her. But I think I'll go back to the tarot cards. Just one more go. Please allow me 3 cards on Mary Magdalene and her energy. So I'm not going to endeavour to get through that door. I'm just going to ask for energy of that light. Energy Ace of Wands, great energy. The Empress, healing maternal figure, portrayed as the opposite. And 10 of Wands, it's like it's been a struggle to get Mary recognized for who she really is. Hi, Marie Henson. Yeah, and there's great energy, beautiful energy. This is a beautiful card, and there's beautiful energy associated with it. And even though this came out upside down, this is what people wanted to portray her as: a smothering, not very good person, neglectful, tyrannical almost, but she wasn't. She was really the loving, caring empress, maternal person. I mean, there is the speculation that she could have had Jesus as child. I do think she had children. I do, from that card. Whether they were Jesus's or not, I don't know. But it really has been an uphill struggle. Yes, that's the thing. It's like I feel very blessed that, but I'm not going to try and open that door. But I feel that energy, the light that I saw coming, sort of like from, when you get light coming, seeping through the door frames. It was like, yeah, you couldn't. I don't know that I could handle the energy full on like that. Well, not quite the same, but yeah. Now, anyone got anything else that I could read on? No, I'm not doing politics, Marie. It's all spooky. So I'll have a look at Meadows on Sunday, but I only decided about a couple of hours before I scheduled this that I was going to do it. But it's all no politics or anything tonight. So what about a place? Has anyone got a place they want me to have a look at? That's all right, Marie. Yeah, no, it was scheduled. It's called what is it? The Spooky Full Moon Special. Sorrel Weed House in Savannah, Georgia. Nasty place. Savannah is supposedly one of the most haunted places, or the most haunted city in the US, isn't it? Hi, Seattle Derby fan. How are you? And there's a cave you want to read on. So, okay. So, a cave in Alabama. Has it got a name? Sorrel Weed House in Savannah. Is it Weed or Reed House? Savannah, Georgia. Has the cave got a name? Seattle? The tunnels below Fremantle Prison. Oh, might leave that. Hi, Linda B. How are you? Oh, sweetheart. If I get time, Estelle, I'll have a look at that house. Is it Weed or Reed? Yep, there it is. West Harris Street in Savannah. Very interesting place. Hey, does that chandelier swing? Because I'm hang on. So we'll go back a bit. So this is the house, Sorrel Weed House. I'm like, interesting a little bit. And I saw this, and it's like I can still, like, not in this one, but when I look at this one, it's like a slight swing, a slight movement. And this is honestly, this is the same image enlarged, but it feels like it's moved a bit. It looks like it's moved a bit. This one looks straighter than this one, and I don't know what. It could just be the angle that it's being displayed on, but I feel like that light moves. Seattle, Derby fan, Derby. Could you maybe email me at Footprint Tarot here? I'll bring up the banner. That's my email, okay? And finding that cave, particularly if you've got a little map or something that you can just screen grab off and tell me and sort of pinpoint the cave, I would certainly have a go at reading on it. Okay, if you can do that. So there's my email scrolling across the thing. Tale of Tears is, yeah. So if you can send me a map of where it is exactly, like with a road name and something, then I can have a look. Yes. Did anyone watch Sheila Celtic Taro's post where she used the Ghost Finder app on her phone too, and she got words and everything? That was really cool. It really was. I don't know that I'd be brave enough to do that. That land, does it move? Does chandelier sway on its own? Only say abuse, stop, and don't in one room. This is this house that you're talking about, Bonnie. Okay, we'll take that off now. This isn't really a spirit box, Sherry French. It's an app that, because spirit boxes are more on the radio wavelength, so there's always a chance it picks up something. It's just, yeah, very complicated thing that scans at environmental parameters. It's very interesting that those apps. Spirit boxes are something different. They scan through radio channels and all that. And to me, it can be a bit freaky what comes out of them. There's always that chance of contamination. So yeah. Ooh, I just asked myself, why does that chandelier swinging? And it's like, from the vibrations above the floor above it, from a ruckus happening above it, a fight or something. The big mirror behind it. Yeah. Okay, a woman's figure. So it does move. They hung a slave from it. Well, that could be, yeah. The ruckus. Yeah. That fan moves. The fan, when you say, Debbie, when you said yep, it moves, that's the fan you're talking about that I asked about. Is that right? That fan? Oh, they're wearing masks. I was wondering what was not quite right about their faces. The light. Oh, okay. The light moves. No, I'm thinking that fan that was sitting on that table in that a couple of images back, I feel like it's sort of here. This here. It sort of pops up in different places, but nobody knows how it got there, sort of thing. That fan there. So yeah, I think this, if you ask the staff about it, they may, oh, there's a window. Yeah. Oh God. Oh. Ouchie, 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 ouchie. Oh, don't want to go there. That's in that room, yeah. Oh, don't want to go there with all those instruments. Oh, I would say, without getting a feeling about this, I would say that this is supposed to move quite a bit on its own, roll on its own and stuff. I don't know if it does, but I'll tell you one thing. Freezing cold, just thinking I wouldn't want to sit in it, and I got really, 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 really cold. I'm getting colder and colder and colder with that the idea of sitting on it. Yeah, just that chair. I wasn't being facetious or sarcastic when I say I take it, it's supposed to move on its own. That just seems to go hand in hand with wheelchairs a bit. But just, I'm really cold. And it's not that cold. I've got like an extra layer of, I am sleeveless, but it's like an extra layer of cold just looking at that chair, like the idea of sitting in it. Oh. Music, odd note from the piano. That's a guess. Okay, I'm going to say with that one, that's a guess. No real, I'm looking at this especially, like the odd squeak noise might be heard, like like it turning a slight squeaky turning room. Oh yeah. Oh, that doll. Oh, I'm not getting anything from that doll. The reason I went, oh, that doll, is I looked at it, and dolls can be freaky, but what freaks me out about that doll is that there's no face. I'm not getting any vibes or any, but I looked at it and I realized, oh, there's something really freaky about that doll, but it was more visual than anything. It's like it's got no face. What the hell? No, that squeak I was talking about, it's definitely like one of the this movement. Dynamic doll. Okay, yeah. Okay, fair enough. That's a gorgeous piece of furniture, but I sure as heck wouldn't want it in my house. That's a gorgeous piece of, but I wouldn't want it in my house. I'd be like, take it away. Just take it away, It's like something's going to pop out of this. The door's going to open and it's going to pop. Something's going to pop out. Wow. It's like very unsettling. It's beautiful, but really, really unsettling. Very pretty lamp. Oh, I got like, she's sitting inside. Has someone said for it to appear at this window, looking in? Like, is there any tales of you'll be sitting in that room and someone's looking in the window? Like, I'm getting Confederate. First I thought it was you'd see someone looking out, and then I realised it was more like a reflection of someone looking in. So I'm just wondering if someone's sitting in this room here, they see someone about the window. Started the gardeners where the wife jumped. Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh. What's going on here? I feel like that bed should be the impression of somebody sitting in it or something. Why don't I like this picture? Insecurity, loss. But no, hanging on tight and loss. Newish. Yeah. I've got hanging on tight. It's like you were owned till you died here. Loss, loss, loss. Insecurity. Yeah. Somebody definitely. I wonder if this particular room is someone violent death or something, or died as the result of violence, because maybe they tried to get away or something and were punished. But yeah, that's sort of the story I get, is that they wanted to be held close because they were owned, weren't they? And this person tried to get away and suffered loss, and also quite harshly punished. Yeah. Okay, well, that's the last of the pictures for that house. I'm just going to like very, very blue. It was not very, very nice at all. I don't think he really let on about his. Yeah. If you'll just excuse me for about a minute, I'm going to go have a quick comfort break, and then I'll come back And we might have a look at a couple of other places. Okay, so New York. So we just had this burning for a little bit. Okay. Yeah, take a potty break. Yes, exactly. Yes, he would have. Yeah, I don't use sage. I use Palo Santo. Sage is not apparently too good if you have blood pressure problems. So there's Palo Santo, which does very similar job, you know. So yes, it does. And, yeah. Yeah. It is getting like it's almost 2:30 in the morning here. So I do have, I've got a student in a few hours for my tarot lessons. So I think I'm going to have to wrap it up, guys. But how about we just do something a little bit light, away from the spooky, just to cleanse things a little bit. So I will stop the sharing of the screen and shut down the Google Maps. I mean, it's been a lot of fun, but yeah, I think it might be nice just to do something. Well, give these decks a bit of a cleanse, okay, over the flames, to get rid of any lingering spookiness. And oh, I'm just going to check something. The Sequoia Caverns. Okay. So the lovely Seattle Derby fan said a little bit of information I asked for, and it was the Sequoia Caverns. So caverns. I might have a quick look at that. Look at positives of it. So I'll bring up that again. On the other screen. And we'll just go here. History. So, and I'll do the share again. And we'll look at what good things we can get from the Sequoia Cavern in Alabama. So, hi, Laurie Gilbert, how are you? So, Seattle Derby fan, are you still here? Sequoia, it's also called the Crystal Cave. Where is it? That's in California. No, that's not the one. What's Caverns, Alabama, Valley Head, Alabama. Hi, Laurie. Hi, Anna-May. Good afternoon. I'll be signing off soon. Yeah, so I got sent that information. So I'll have a look at those caves at another time. when Derby can join us again. A feel-good place. Anyone got any idea about a feel-good place? Why a place feels so good? Some place that makes you smile. Has anyone got some place that makes them smile when they go there and they've got no real idea, but even the thought of going there makes them smile? Playground. Well, yeah, I'm thinking of a specific place that I can maybe go and look at. Shady Grove Dude Ranch. I've just spotted a place called Shady Grove Dude Ranch. Let's have a look here. Oh, wow. What a stunning natural cave. Yeah, well, there are a couple of things I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that. But I just like to sort of have a look at something a little bit lighter. And I saw Shady Grove Dude Ranch, and it just made me smile. In that beautiful cave, it's like that cave. It's like I feel like it's such a regeneration. It's like you come away from that rejuvenated. I don't know if you can swim in it or not, but you just come away from just even sitting there and listening to the water. Got a little cemetery there. So I'm looking for that. I think it. I wonder where that thing is. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up now. Thank you for joining me. I just got caught. I had no idea I'd been on for 2 hours and 35. So it's only 1:35 in the morning. Okay, I thought it was 2:35 in the morning. So thank you for joining me, everyone. And rest assured, I've done some cleansing, and I did prayers beforehand and asked for protection. And even when I was doing if I felt like, I put on my little crystal because I felt like some extra protection. And I asked for extra protection during the thing. So I am very careful when I do things like this. And but thank you all so much. Take care. Look after yourselves. I'll see you Sunday morning my time. And yeah, have fun. And we'll talk in a couple of days. Bye bye.